Are we going to keep staring at each other, or are you going to invite me in?
It's just that I wasn't expecting anybody. If you don't mind my asking, what can I do for you?
You need money. I need your investigative skills.
No, I can't be of any help to you. I'm a painter, not a detective. Not anymore. Sorry.
If you'd like to meet me,
Hello, what number can I dial for you?
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the Elysee 1528? I want to speak to Sophia Blake.
Right away, sir. Sophia Blake, who's speaking?
Miss Blake? This is Gus McPherson. Can we meet? I'd like to clarify a few points with you.
Meet me in an hour at the restaurant Chez Alexandre. We can talk there.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Chez Alexandre. Can I do anything for you, sir?
table has been booked under the name of Blake, Sophia Blake. I'm here to meet up with the lady. My name is Gus McPherson.
This way, please, sir. Miss Blake is waiting for you.
I knew you wouldn't be able to resist for very long, Mr. McPherson. So are you ready to listen to my offer?
I don't understand. We've never met before. I've never worked for you, neither here nor in New York. Yet here you are asking me to track down your sister's murderer. Why me, Miss Blake?
Your reputation preceded you, Mr. McPherson. I have friends who know people at the Pinkerton Agency in New York. You worked there as a detective and had a few problems. The suspicion surrounding you in that murder case proved to be unfounded, of course.
You mentioned an interesting offer. Could you elaborate?
I need you to shed light on a case that is dear to my heart.
Could you give me any more details about the case? So far, it all seems rather cloudy.
I don't know where to start. It was a brutal murder, Mr. McPherson. But for what reason? Here in Paris. My sister. It's my sister Ruby who was murdered. She and her husband Regis were killed. Please find out what really happened.
Your sister and her husband were both American. What were they doing in Paris?
I was supposed to meet them in Paris. You know, Mr. McPherson, visiting Europe was my sister Ruby's childhood dream. When she met Mr. White, Regis, her husband, he made that dream come true. They were so very much in love.
The murder was committed in Paris. Do you know exactly where in Paris?
A hotel in the heart of a chic part of Paris, in the 8th district, the Hotel Orphée. They had been there for a week. They were found dead in their room.
Are the police on the case? It may complicate matters if they are. Do you know the name of the inspector who's leading the inquiry?
The officer in charge of the investigation is named Lebrun. But the police are the same in every country, Mr. McPherson. Whether it's New York or Paris, they're hardly fast. That Inspector Lebrun is no exception to the rule.
How did they die? Are you certain they were murdered? Maybe they were victims of some terrible accident.
The Whites were found decapitated in their hotel room, Mr. McPherson.
To be perfectly honest, I'm reluctant to take on this case. Primarily because a murder means a murderer. This Inspector Lebrun is better placed to arrest a killer.
Mr. McPherson, if I'm asking you for your help, it's because I have no faith in the police. And that would be so even if I had the entire Quai des Orfèvres at my disposal. The 8th District Police Station, Le Prin especially, is trying to hush up the case so as not to tarnish the good reputation of their area. You understand.
I don't wish to appear self-interested, but can we settle my fee immediately?
This is the first time I've hired a detective. The case may take you a few days. I'll give you 500 straight away and 500 per day of fruitful investigation.
I don't think you have understood. All I want to do is paint. Everything else is secondary.
Unfortunately, Mr. McPherson, I'm in Paris to take advantage of your skills as a private detective.
That is a very reasonable offer. I accept.
Money is not enough to thank you, Mr. McPherson. The service you are doing is invaluable. Thank you.
I think I have all the necessary information to begin. You want me to start right away? Is there anything you have forgotten?
The police did not find any items of value in the room. Yet my sister and her husband traveled surrounded by luxury and family heirlooms. It was an obsession.
Traveling with a lot of money is a risky business. It would be a pity if their murder was put down to theft. Are these family heirlooms valuable?
Ruby's good luck charm. A sort of bust in my family for generations, on my grandmother's side. My sister was always her favorite.
I hope to get results fairly quickly. I'll be in touch with you as soon as my investigations yield any new information. Goodbye, Miss Blake.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Chez Alexandre. Can I do anything for you, sir?
Very chic restaurant, Chez Alexandre. But I'm just passing by.
Our establishment caters to the finest palates in Paris. If you happen to change your mind, we will be only too pleased to welcome you, sir. My name is Tonio.
Are you quite sure, Mr. Beauvais, that you have not seen him?
Yes, I'm sure. Go on, Mrs. Elway, go home. We will take care of this, I promise.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Beauvais. You're so kind. The next time I'm at Cézanne, I'll bring you back a nice bottle of red wine. That's a promise. Goodbye, then.
Goodbye. Ah, a little bottle of red. Come on, next. Can I help you?
I've been sent by the American government to investigate the murder that took place at the Hotel Orphée. Gus McPherson.
The American Secret Service, but of course. And I am the Queen of England. Come on, papers, please.
I can give you the number of my boss in New York. He'll confirm who I am. He works at the same place as the president, as a matter of fact.
Your boss has to contact us.
All right, okay. I do have a bureau chief. In New York, not in Paris. His name is J.J. Wells. He can only be contacted by cable. Will that do?
It's going to take at least a week.
Yes, but a week is much too long. I can't wait a week.
Forget it. It is baking in here, isn't it? You would not happen to have anything to drink, would you? Just one for the road.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Chez Alexandre. Can I do anything for you, sir?
I hear you have the best wine list in all of Paris. I would like to buy a bottle of wine from you. Red wine.
Of course, sir. The price is very reasonable for an excellent vintage.
Full of promises and empty-handed, huh?
I do happen to have a little something for you. An amazing bottle of red wine. You cannot say no to that, officer. Don't you feel a little thirsty?
Great. The secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye. Great. The secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
Gee, these suitcases are heavy.
And do not forget, young man, the elevator is still out of order.
Oh, brother.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Hotel Orphée. My name is Isidore Petit. What can I do for you?
Are you the manager? My name's McPherson. I'm from the International Office of WAI, Worldwide American Insurance. I'm investigating events that took place in your hotel several days ago. The murders.
The insurance company. Perfect. The Whites left, shall we say, a rather substantial bill that really needs to be settled. You are here about the bill.
The bill? Yes, that's right. I've come to settle their hotel bill.
This bill is rather high. You are responsible for settling it. The total sum is exactly 2,500 francs.
I know there's been a murder, but I don't know any details. How did it happen?
That evening, somebody did not do their job properly. But what can I do? I cannot be everywhere at once. I shall be doubly careful from now on.
Were the Whites always alone in their room?
The Whites received no visitors during their stay here. They were adamant that they should not be disturbed, which is why I refused to give their number to a man who asked to see them the night before their murder.
This man is suspicious. Have you told the police about him?
Like every good citizen. Except that my memory is not what it was. I fear my description will be of no help in tracking this person.
With the description you've given me, I'll be able to draw him myself. I'm something of a painter, too.
You are looking for a description with which you are going to produce a sketch, is that it? Well, I cannot wait to see this. The man was French, Parisian, in fact. No spectacles, no. Small, dark, rather wide eyes beneath large, thick eyebrows. Wide mouth, thin lips, a boxer's nose, solid build, a strapping lad, typical working-class type. If you want any more information, contact the police directly. I'm afraid that I can do no more for you. Ah, it is you again.
So your memory is returning, Mr. Petit. That's good. What do you remember about the man who asked for the whites the night of their murder?
I agree with the police. That man is very suspicious. Maybe seeing his picture will jolt my memory and allow me to identify him.
Théo Mallet, your doorman. Did you fire him personally?
It amounts to the same thing. Théo Mallet left his job the night the whites were murdered. I do not want to hear any more about him.
You don't resign from your job just like that. Mallet must have given you some reason, some excuse, a letter even.
Mallet was a thug and a very poor employee. He spent more time in the Nanty Café than he did working. It's no great loss.
But I have an idea. Did Mallet resign before or after the White's death? That would change everything.
He left before Madame Loiseau called me to sort out one or two problems, so that was before the murders had come to light. Mallet slipped away quietly. Do you really think it makes a difference? As far as I'm concerned, Mallet is a suspect. Good. Well, if it's all right with you, I have a lot of work to do. Goodbye, sir.
What can I get you, sir?
I would like to inquire about a couple of friends.
May I help you? What's the name?
An American couple who were staying at the Orphée. The Whites. They had a terrible accident. Now they're dead.
I'm truly sorry, sir. It's an awful story. A tragic end.
Do the police have a suspect?
I told them what I knew. I definitely saw someone by the window all evening. That is my testimony. They can do what they like with it.
Can you tell me any more?
You know I would like to help you, but I think you had better deal directly with the police. A man named Lebrun is leading the inquiry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sir?
The police have a suspect. I saw the inspector's report. What do you know about the man who spent the entire evening by the window?
That is certainly true. He was here on the night of the murder.
Until what time did the man stay?
Now let's see if I can remember. He arrived at around 8 p.m., took a seat by the window, and dashed off just before the storm broke, at around 11 p.m.
Did you see what direction he went when he left?
I don't know. You cannot see outside from in here. You'd better check at the Orphée. Petit, the receptionist, will probably know. He was on duty that night.
And he stayed there alone for the whole evening.
Now let me think. I saw him chatting for a while with Mallet.
Who is this Mallet?
Théo Mallet. Works at the Orphée. He's a lout.
Why is he a lowlife?
He likes to bet. And when you do, you have to pay your gambling debts. It's a vicious circle. Mallet is a bona fide con man.
Did you notice whether Mallet gave any money to this man?
No. It's the man who gave the money to Mallet. I remember, it was cash.
And do you know where I might find this Mallet?
Mallet hangs out at the Alambic, a bistro in the 14th district. That is where he gambles away his wages.
Did you see this man with the whites?
I have never seen the whites, under any circumstances. There's no way I would have noticed them with that man.
The whites never came to the cafe.
I would know for sure. A pair of Americans outside the tourist season are pretty conspicuous. But if you want to be sure, check at the Orphé's reception desk. Maybe they would know.
So these two men may have no connection to the whites' murder.
Sorry, but this is your investigation, not mine. I can only tell you the facts, nothing more.
Could you give me a description of this mysterious character?
You could draw him? That's really neat. I'll give you a description right now. He was tall, very tall, heavy, black mustache, square-faced, and dreadful eyes. Threatening even. A tough guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You again! Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
I'm sure the front desk clerk will not like to see me going upstairs alone. Must find a ruse or persuade him to come up with me.
You again! Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
Sir?
Give me a bottle of red.
Sir? Aren't you on a case?
You again! Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
Great. The secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
Am I right in thinking Inspector Lebrun is in charge of the investigation on the White case? Would it be possible to meet with him? That way we can compare our information.
He is not seeing anybody, just make a statement.
I've read the police report, but I'm sure you can tell me a little more. What are your impressions on the White case?
This case is pretty messy. A foul murder, unclear motive. If Inspector Lebrun needs a hand, he will ask me. For the time being, he is managing on his own like a big boy. That is all I know.
When I read the file, I noticed the name of a certain doctor, Frank Kaufner. What can you tell me about him?
Dr. Kaufner is our expert. Forensic scientist and above all, psychiatrist. The sort of guy who prefers the company of madmen and corpses to the likes of you and me.
You don't seem to be overly fond of Dr. Kaufner. Is there any particular reason for that?
The chief of police himself imposed Dr. Kaufner on us. It's not going to help matters any.
I've got some information on the Orphée murders. Exceptional information.
Fresh info? You are better informed than us, are you?
If you have no objection, I would rather talk about this with Inspector Lebrun alone.
If you want to speak to him, you have to confide in me first, Sonny.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
Dr. Kaufner's office, please.
It's over there, right at the end of the hall. Make sure you don't get lost.
Come in.
Dr. Frank Kaufner?
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm Gustav McPherson. I've come here to ask you a few questions about the White case.
Tell me what you want to hear. So you are investigating the incident at the Hotel Orphée?
Yes, Doctor. Your professional opinion on the murders.
Did Inspector Lebrun send you, Mr. McPherson?
I'm a private eye.
A private detective? Then someone is showing an interest in the White's murder.
A friend of the family was worried, and I'm trying to clarify the situation.
A friend? Are you quite sure? The Whites had no friends in Paris. At least, not as far as I know.
Appearances can sometimes be deceptive, Dr. Kaufner. That's why I would like to clarify this situation by gathering as much information as possible.
I am at your disposal, Mr. McPherson. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about the scene of the crime? The police have released very few details.
The man who committed this murder, and I stress the fact that he is a man, is probably quite overwhelmed at the present time. This crime was committed under the influence of a sudden impulse, without premeditation. His act is now haunting him. He is not himself.
And you think the motive for the murder was theft?
That is what the police say. But does the official version reflect Inspector Lebrun's true opinion? This murder could be the first in a long series of crimes.
What could be the motive of such a crime?
Love, hate, revenge. Those are the three reasons behind so much human bloodshed, Mr. Macpherson.
It's awful.
You are discovering the dark side of Paris, Mr. Macpherson. And do you have a suspect, Mr. Macpherson?
I'm on the same trail as the police. Only I am surer of my hunch.
It has been a most pleasant conversation, but unfortunately, I cannot afford you more time, Mr. Macpherson. I hope I have satisfied your curiosity. I am very busy, sir. You should speak to Inspector Lebrun for more detailed information.
Hey, cutie. We've not seen you in ages.
Berenice, what a surprise. Look, I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you know a certain Théo Mallet?
No. But surely the owner does. You're lucky he's in right now. Your gnome knows everyone you know.
You're as charming as ever. Thank you, Berenice.
Call me Bébé like everybody else. Right, I've got to run too, cutie. You know, work. See you soon, okay?
Yes, anyway, you know my address. Come up and see me sometime. Ciao.
Ciao!
Come on, let's see that hot hand of yours.
Queen and her 3 sisters.
Oh no, are you doing it on purpose or what? 3 of a kind. You beat my 3 aces. Right, I've had it. I'm off.
Hulot, you're not going now, are you? Not when I was about to relieve you of your car?
Don't start, Mallet. Do not think that you can get away with things just because you have settled your bar tab. Why, it is Macpherson. Hey, McPherson, come over here.
McPherson? Who is that?
Another American in Paris who is broke. Let me introduce you. McPherson, let me introduce Theo Mallet.
Hi.
Right, I will leave you two. I have work to do.
Hi.
I get the feeling I've seen you before somewhere. Have you ever been to New York? Oh, no, Mac. I'm so absent-minded sometimes. The jacket. The Orphée. You're a doorman at the Orphée.
If you are interested in the suit, I will give you a good deal. As far as I'm concerned, it is ancient history.
You didn't like your job anymore. Yet the Orphée is a prestigious hotel.
You are very nosy. Do you want my old job or something?
Maybe the hotel did not pay you enough. Or maybe you found other sources of income.
I'm the sole heir of some old fart or other. I'm taking the first train back to Brittany.
You must admit, it's most uncommon to come into an inheritance right in the middle of the Nantes Cafe on the night of a murder.
I don't see what I could tell you.
You deny having met any man with a mustache at the Nantes Cafe on the night of the murder. Yet you were seen there.
Did I hear right? You are calling me a liar? Well, the liar bids you farewell. Good day to you, sir. You again. I get the feeling you have got the hots for me.
Well, Mallet, remember anything yet?
What a leech. I've got nothing more to say to you, Mr. McPherson.
Gus McPherson? Long time no see, old boy.
I've traded in my brushes for Sherlock Holmes' magnifying glass. It's a good case, Hulot. A real investigation with dead bodies and everything.
And here I was thinking you had turned into an honest soul.
Well, Hulot, I see you're working as much as ever. Long days spent twiddling your thumbs. Running a bistro is the life of Riley, right?
I'd like to see you running a bistro, McPherson. Customers to satisfy, friends, budding talents, art critics, nosy cops, soirees to organize, exhibits to prepare. I don't even have time to work on my fresco anymore. And then there are all the other little things, a favor here and there. And fall is always like that, a little slow.
You mean you have other incomes aside from the Alembic? Aren't these other sources of revenue a little risky?
You know, Paris is the center of the art world. Someone's got to organize all that.
I won't bother you any longer, Hulot. But make sure I can still reach you. I may need you sometime soon.
Goodbye, Macpherson. Be careful.
You again. I get the feeling you have got the hots for me.
Well, Mallet, remember anything yet?
What a leech. I've got nothing more to say to you, Mr. Macpherson.
Great. The secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
Of course, if Inspector Lebrun is surrounded by guardian angels like you, he can't be making much headway with his investigations.
If he's not making headway in his investigation, it's his own fault. Lebrun is bending over backwards trying to find the mysterious visitor the Whites had that evening, just before the murder. He's not even cross-checking the statements.
I give up. Could you at least give him my name? McPherson, Gus McPherson. And tell him I need to see him as soon as possible.
You are wasting your time, Mr. Macpherson. Lebrun specifically told me no visitors. Between me and you, he is already pretty busy sorting out all these statements. If we could have a picture of the suspect, our life would be easier.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
who found the studio tiny. Hoping that his break did not...
Here we go again.
And make sure you do not drop it, young man.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Petit.
Oh.
This is really heavy. Talk about starting a new job on the wrong foot.
Ow! Ow!
Just one more step.
Ooh.
And there we go. Whew.
It's a good thing I didn't have the Atlantic to cross. That's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door's locked. Of course the door is locked. And the front desk clerk is hardly likely to open it for me. I must find a way to get in. Mrs. Loiseau?
Ah, it's the detective.